Okay, so if you'd like to know how we get businesses like yours hundreds of Google reviews and automate the whole process so that you never actually have to ask for a review again, then this is exactly how we do it. So the first thing that we do is we create these customized feedback forms that basically request for a rating. Now, these forms help your business in a few ways. So, the first thing that it does is it actually blocks any negative reviews from actually reaching Google or any other review site like Yelp or Trustpilot. So, if your customer has a terrible experience or they give you 1, 2, or 3 star rating, what it does is it takes them back to a feedback form where they can then vent. Okay, so they can leave you their name and their details, and then they can give you that negative feedback. And by doing this, they feel like they've been able to vent their frustrations, and then they don't feel the need to actually go to Google and place a bad review. So that's the first thing that it does, is it blocks any negative reviews from reaching any of your desired review sites. But the other thing that these forms can do is that it can actually connect to any of those review sites, then it can send or direct your customers to those review sites. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So if your customer gives you a 4 or 5 star review like that, then it doesn't take them to a feedback form. It actually takes them to the review sites where you want to collect reviews. So in this case, these people are obviously a accommodation and holiday homes. And so they want reviews on TripAdvisor as well as Google. But for you, you might want reviews on Yelp or Facebook or any of those other review sites. It can be realestate.com. So our forms can connect to any of those sites and basically get you reviews on those sites. So the other thing that these forms do is it actually connects directly to the area where your clients can then leave you a review. So a lot of the time, the reason why you don't get Google reviews is because there's a bit of a process to actually reach the area where your customers can give you a review. But with us, if they click on this Google button, so we already know that they've given you a 4 or 5 star rating, it actually takes them straight to the area where they can actually give you a review, right? So you can see what's happened here. From there, we know that they want to give you 4 or 5 stars because they've had a great experience, and then boom, they can basically just write the review and then post it down here. And so rather than them finding your business or trying to find you on Google Maps and then trying to find the area where they can leave you a review, which is like 4 or 5 steps, these forms take your customers directly to that location. And again, like if you want reviews on TripAdvisor, well, once they click the TripAdvisor button, okay, it takes them straight to this area where they can then give you a rating for your business. Okay, so it makes it super easy, takes away all of the hurdles for them to actually give you a review. So if your goal is to get lots and lots of reviews, then what you have to do is you have to make it super easy for your customers, and just make it as easy as possible for them to actually give you a review. And basically, that's what our forms do. So the next thing about this form is that it's actually absolutely customizable to your brand and to your image, and to your brand language as well. So what we normally do is we'll put your brand logo up there. We'll also put your image or your profile image, or even one of your team members' profile images, because we find that by putting a profile image as part of your ratings page, it actually gets lots and lots of good results. So it just gives you better conversions. So for example, if we were to go to the actual review form, which is this particular review form that I'm showing you now, you can see you can customize everything from the logo to the image to what you actually say to them. You can even change it from stars to faces as well. So if you want to have smiley faces instead of stars, you can do that. And then you can actually customize all of the review sites. So you can connect up, all of your different review sites here, and send your customers to whatever review sites that are important to you. And just basically everything, all the text and all the logos and images, they're all customizable. So the next thing that we do is we actually, once we've created those review request forms or those customized feedback forms, we then connect them to QR codes. And what this does is it actually gets you heaps and heaps of reviews passively and automatically without you ever having to even ask your customer. So for an example, if you're a busy retail shop and you don't have time to ask for reviews, you might be a very busy restaurant and you don't have time to ask for reviews. Then what we do is we set up these little QR codes, and for a retail shop, we might put them on a receipt like this, and basically maybe give away a prize or a contest or some sort of incentive. If you're a restaurant, we might use tabletop banners like this, or even a floor banner like that. If you're a shop with a really busy, foot traffic, and really get a lot of foot traffic, and you've got a really good shop window, then we might create these windows with the QR codes in the shop window. Obviously, we can customize QR code designs like this as well. If you're a B2B business, we might do a countertop. Okay, so when they're basically checking out or saying goodbye to the receptionist, you can collect reviews that way. For tradies, we'll collect reviews via business cards. So look, every business is different, and so what we do is we create like a personalized QR code strategy, just depending on your business type and depending on the customer journey. So if you're a hotel or a resort, we might actually be utilizing this during their stay. So yeah, lots and lots of different ways to collect reviews using QR codes. So the last thing that we do is we actually create these automated email and SMS campaigns to collect reviews from your existing database of customers, as well as creating new workflows and new campaigns from new customers. So I'll show you what that looks like. So before I said that, if you want to get heaps of reviews, then you have to make it as easy as possible for your customers to give you a review. So that's what our forms are all about, and that's what they do. But you also have to provide as many opportunities for your customers to be able to give you a review. And this is what our campaigns do. They provide opportunities for your customers to actually give you a review. So sometimes you actually have to get them just at the right time for them to actually give you that review. So timing is very, very important in terms of, getting the review. So people are busy. If we can work out when the best time is to send them a review request, you'll actually get a much, much better conversion. So again, that's very different according to every business, okay? But what this does is it just gives people as many opportunities for your customers to actually give you a review. So, obviously there's emails that we send, there's SMSs that we send. And so what we do is we create all of these different email templates, and we create all of these different SMS templates. And so as an example, you can see this is an email template. Okay. Hope you've been well. We're currently collecting feedback. Would you be happy to share a few words? Right. And so there's all these different types of emails and SMSs that we send, and we can send them, either immediately or 5 days after you enter them in. So what this does and how easy it should be is basically you just putting in your customer's name and email and mobile number, and that's all you have to do. And then they go into this campaign, and then the system basically does the rest. So you can see that if you have an automated system like this, then you don't actually have to manually ask for reviews. It just happens automatically. So we set all of this up for you. Now, the system actually is a lot more than just reviews. It actually is a email system as well as an SMS system. So it's a marketing software, and it can also showcase your reviews on your website. So as soon as you get the review from Google or Facebook or Trustpilot or TripAdvisor or any of those platforms, what the system does is it then showcases your reviews on your website in real time. So literally as soon as somebody gives you a review, that review is going to then start popping up on your website. So we have all these different types of widgets that we can implement on your website to either collect reviews or showcase reviews. And then the other side of the software is referrals. And so what this system does is it basically takes your your customers and your employees, and it turns them into your best salespeople, and it rewards them. It also rewards the people that sign up. And so if you've ever used something like Airbnb or any of those big companies that are really smart, they utilize referrals as a marketing strategy to grow their business. So that's really just converting happy customers into more happy customers through their friends and family. So it systemizes and automates the whole process on that side as well. So look, I don't want to take too long on this video. I just wanted to show you exactly, how we do it. The next step, if you're interested, is to book yourself a personalized strategy consultation. And so just reach out to us and we can have like a 10-minute conversation with you, and we'll do a 10-minute screen share, and we'll create a personalized strategy for your business, as well as take you into the software in a lot more depth. But yeah, until then, I hope you've enjoyed this, this presentation, and yeah, see you at the meeting. Bye.